Haaretz columnist Amir Oren. Thank you so much, Amir, for joining us. So we heard there from Nizar talking about the concerns that Gazans have. Is it a similar sentiment in Israel?
Well, in Israel, they have been following the predictable, but nevertheless as tragic as ever, turn of events. Because what has happened, as your report mentioned, following the spate of terror attacks, the Israeli forces have entered Nablus, Jenin, and other places in the West Bank in order to either capture or foil terrorists. And because these battles later result in fatalities, fatalities bring funerals, funerals beget other revenge attacks, and so on and so forth. The rockets from Gaza beget Israeli bombing. This is all a well-known script, but nevertheless, it has not been stopped. And tomorrow, Friday, has lately been the most dangerous day, especially in Jerusalem. Several times there have been terror attacks, and Israel is bracing for the possibility of another one tomorrow.
And I'm sure Palestinians and Gazans are bracing for that possibility too, because the Nablus raid was one of the deadliest Israeli operations in the occupied West Bank since the Palestinian uprising of 2000 to 2005. So it seems tensions, of course, are very high right now between these two sides. Do you think these tensions and the number of Palestinians we've seen being killed this year being so deadly could possibly be due to this new Israeli government that does seem to be taking a tougher stance against anyone that they deem terrorists?
No, not really. The government, of course, has tried to adopt harsher policies, but they do not reflect on this particular line of incidents. Let me focus on what you called the two sides. There is no symmetry here. There is the Israeli government, which controls its forces, and mostly it controls the settlers, not always. But on the Palestinian side, the Palestinian Authority and its security forces do not control the organizations such as the Lion's Den or Hamas or Palestinian Islamic Jihad. So you don't have a measure of control where both central authorities can calm the area. People are really powerless all around and are waiting to see what the next incident will bring.
Well, hopefully there won't be another incident, because you do wonder how much longer people can really live like this. It's been decades now that there has been this tension and this violence. We've heard from the US saying that they are concerned about the rise or the escalation, rather, especially the deaths that took place in Nablus. Washington is calling for calm. Is that something that can make a difference and influence Israeli security forces, given that Washington is such a key ally for Israel?
So yes, up to a point. The Biden administration has been very specific regarding, on the one hand, its support for Israeli self-defense measures. And obviously, no government, no military can sit idly by when they know that the terror act is being planned and will be executed shortly. But on the other hand, to minimize both the civilian casualties and also other measures such as demolition of houses belonging to the families of the fallen perpetrators, or expanded settlement, or trying to legalize outlaw outposts and such measures. Up to now, what the administration has been successful in getting was a pledge by Netanyahu that for the next several months, there will be no additional such measures. But again, this is all dependent on the turn of events.
We'll have to see what those events do eventually unfold. Amir Oren, live to us there from Tel Aviv. Thank you.